Hello, my name is Mátyás and I'm a vision engineer at Zivid. Let's talk about SDK 2.13. SDK 2.13 is just out for the summer, and in this release we focused on making the Zivid cameras even more easy to use and accessible. Two of the key highlights you will find in this new SDK release are the network interface configuration and the ability to perform hand-eye calibration using Arco Markers. So let's take a more in-depth view in both of these features. To make setup and development more streamlined, we now have a new window in Zivid Studio that enables configuring multiple cameras at the same time. This interface is also accessible through the Zivid SDK. You can discover and configure cameras on the same network as the PC, even if the subnet and IP address do not match that of the PCs. Another useful feature of the new window in Zivid Studio is the ability to upgrade the firmware of multiple cameras at the same time. By using the new camera configuration window, you can do all this with the click of a few buttons. The IP address and subnet are easy to change with just a few clicks of a button. This tool will also allow you to change your camera between static IP mode and DHCP mode. This window will also let you check firmware version and hardware revision of your camera, as well as update multiple cameras to a newer firmware version at the same time. Just a heads up though, these cameras will need to be on a firmware from at least SDK 2.10 to be configured by the network configuration tool. Zivid has integrated the ability to detect Arco Markers into the Zivid SDK. It's possible to query the 2D and 3D locations of the corners of the detected markers, as well as their center pose. This will enable you to use the Zivid SDK to perform hand-eye calibration using Arco Markers. By using Arco Markers for the detection object in calibration, it's possible to build the hand-eye calibration targets permanently into your cell. This can allow for a fully autonomous hand-eye calibration process that does not require additional setup every time you want to perform a hand-eye calibration. A nice bonus to this is that since the detection of Arco Markers is independent from the hand-eye calibration, you can use these same detection methods to also test your hand-eye calibration. Just make sure it's a different marker than your calibration markers. Check out our touch test sample on GitHub for further inspiration. I worked a lot on this feature and I hope you all will make good use of it. A couple of other updates to note. The ROS2 wrapper for Zivid is now available and it's going to have its production release in mid-July. And Zivid now officially supports and tests on Ubuntu 24.04. Check out our changelog for smaller changes and bug fixes, and please reach out if you have any questions. Happy capturing!